10 machine, that's going to be John Melloway of Hallsville, third generation race car driver. Little brother David Melloway follows in the tire tracks in the 14 machine. The 38 special, that's going to be Steve Potter out of Boonville, Missouri. Well, we will find two of the Potters in the late model action here. Kurt Potter, former USRA modified racer here at Speedway, made a move over to the late model division in the offseason. Well, you'll see Stanley Henson giving the field a signal to get him twisted up on track as we will set sail. Well, if we can have one of the Raffle ladies to join us upstairs when you get a moment, we would appreciate it. Once again, if we can get one of the once again here in just a bit, if we can have one of our Raffle persons join us upstairs for a few moments, we would appreciate it. Well, tonight's late model driver is going to be slugging it out. 32-lap feature event for $2,502 going to our feature winner here tonight. Well, it is going to be the 12J of Johnston Russell of Henley working off turn number 4. The 11P Kurt Potter of Boonville, and the 7X Mr. Todd McCoy of Barnett. The 2070, that is going to be Mr. Derek Henson. He was your street stock champ a season ago. Made a few starts in the Losses race car here last year and looked awfully good. So I expect big things from the 2070 of Henson in the late model action here this season. Well, remember, race fans, next Friday, Saturday, May 29th, 30th, World of Outlaw Sprint Cars taking over Lake Ozark Speedway. Tickets available through the World of Outlaw website only. A limited number of tickets available, so if you're planning on attending, you better get on it immediately. Well, if you're just now arriving, welcome out Lake Ozark Speedway. Hot lap action well underway. Looks like we've got one, maybe two more batches of late model drivers to hit the Speedway. Be modifieds, be making your way to staging immediately. Be modified drivers to staging immediately, please. Well, once again, the late model field being directed to do a couple of laps of packing before we wave the green flag here in our final hot lap session for the late models. It is going to be the 3 machine Wade Vanderlick of Ashland over in turn 2 on into the backstretch. The 7V Dwayne Vanderlick in his tire tracks on the back straightaway. The 1A machine, beautiful blue and white, ride turn number 2. That's going to be Brian Allison out of Marshall, Missouri. Followed by the 1K Racing, Ricky Kimberly, the elder statesman in the field here tonight. The 6060. Beautiful yellow and blue machine off in turn number 2. Matt Becker out of Rich Fountain. Becker just a few starts in the 6060 machine last season and looked to be a competitor. Once again, if we can have one of the Raffle salespersons join us upstairs for a few moments, we would appreciate it. One of you ladies working hard with those raffle tickets. If you get a moment, please come upstairs and visit with us a few moments. Well, a huge field of B-modifieds on hand here tonight, nearing the 30-car mark, will constitute a consolation event for the B-modified drivers here this evening to thin the field for the main event. Once again, a pair of late model heat races coming your way here tonight. Hatfield Repair and Midwest Speed Shop bringing in heat race action for the late models here tonight. Thanks to the gang, Hatfield Repair going to throw an extra $150 for each heat race winner on the line for the late model drivers here tonight, and it's going to be $2,502 for our feature winner in the late model action here this evening. And checker flag hand here. That'll wrap up the late model hot lap action here this evening. Well, folks, if you happen to find yourself in need of assistance while hanging out with us here this evening, flag down one of the friendly staff of the Lake Ozark Speedway, or we have got some of the sheriff's deputies from the Miller County Sheriff's Department on hand to assist you if you find yourself in need with us here this evening. Well, says we've got 29 USRAB modifieds with us here tonight. Our first batch making their way to the Speedway, it will be the 22C, young Mr. Cole Campbell out of Mexico, Missouri, leading up trackside. The 5 Don Williams of Osage Beach. The 17 machine, that's going to be Earl Rourke of Henley, followed by the 50J Jordan Martin out of Fulton, the 30 Rex Harris of Max Creek, and the 574, your 2017 champion of the Lake Ozark Speedway, Adam Hall out of Columbia, Mo. All right, you hear the drivers cranking the motors up. We are getting ready to get on the loud pedal. Turn number 4, green flag. Well, our B modified drivers turn in some great looking laps here in their first hot lap session. Once again, showing 29 drivers signing in for the action here tonight. Will be a consolation event coming up for the B modifieds here this evening. Looks like it is going to be 4 heat races. Well, our next group of drivers making their way onto the Speedway. It's going to be the 12L Tyler Lewis of Columbia, Missouri. And onto the front straightaway, the C3 Chad Stouse and the 99 T Dalton Teal of Fulton, one of our rookie drivers in action. The 94 Tyler Potter of Fulton. The 88R Robin Showers and the 42J Donald Jackson. Well, we have got a host of rookie drivers in action with us here tonight. Well, once again, the driver's doing just a bit of wheel packing before we get under way with this flight of hot laps. Well, thanks to Bad Donkey Tattoo, Bogey Sports Bar and Grill, Bronze Star Truck and Trailer Repair, Coastal Electric Incorporated, and Colonial Printing, Creason Racing Engines, Elvenden Drive-In, and Fisher Body Shop. We've got a whole host of sponsors for the action here tonight to thank. We'll be working on them again here in just a few moments. Well, we've got trouble on the back stretch. The 88R Robin Showers bring that to a halt as yellow and checker away from the flag stand of Stanley Henson. Down with us from Moscow Mills, Zero Machine, that's going to be Blake Wimmer of Wellsville. Wimmer racing with us a handful of opportunities last season. The 18, that is going to be Mr. Jordan Jones, rookie driver out of Mexico, Missouri. Longtime go-karter, Mr. Jones's grandfather, Fred Jones, former late model champion over the Old Capitol Speedway in Holt Summit. The 24, that's going to be Jerry Ellis, one of the absolute pleasures to talk to pitside. The 20D, that's going to be Dawson Devitt of Mexico. Well, we need late models to staging immediately for your time in efforts. Late model drivers, make your way down to staging immediately for time in. The 19R, that's going to be Cole Stillwell with us from Ullman, Missouri. Once again, pitside, we need late models to staging, for qualifying. Late model drivers, get strapped in and move into the staging area immediately, please. Well, the top 8 late model drivers set up for the featured event tonight going to be signing Frisbees, giving them a wing ding into the grandstands. If your driver picks up the W tonight, you're going to pick up a $100 cash bonus. So heads up during intermission time tonight for those Frisbees. Well, a strong field to be modified drivers with us tonight. At least one more flight of hot laps coming your way. Again, we need our late model drivers to staging immediately for qualifying. Late models, bring them to staging immediately, please. A late arrival for the B Modifieds pushes the car count to 30 entries. The late arrival one, Donnie Persetti, number 7 machine for the B Modifieds, now at an even 30. For the 57E, Earl Pryor hauling off into turn number 1. Earl, your defending B-Modified champion of the Lake Ozark Speedway. The 11 machine of Jeremy Polston of Mexico, followed by the 20. It's going to be Trev Jacoty of Winsville. The 9R, Cody Stillwell of Ullman. Well, once again, Pitts had late model drivers. After taking a season off back in action. Well, we've got 3 different 20 machines here tonight. Going to speculate that one, maybe the 20W. The white boy, very white. We'll try to distinguish between the 20 machines here in just a bit. The 4N, that's going to be Mike McCarty. It's down from Moberly, Missouri, the 2 of Eric Graves, and the 28 of Hunter Kuno working turn number 2. For the 29 machine right in the center of turns 1 and 2 as we speak. Well, the white 19 machine, I believe that is going to be Cole Stillwell of Ullman. I'm trying to dig up a little driver info on that 29 machine, turn 3. Well, the 29 machine is going to be Spidey Man Chris Spalding. Well, an absolutely great looking crowd with us here tonight. Thank you for joining us for the 2020 season Jason Russell Memorial event. Well, we've got a sprint car going to make a couple laps, possibly a little test and tune session for the action here tomorrow. Don't forget tomorrow evening, sprint car racing here at the Lake Ozark Speedway. Going to be ASCS Warrior and Sooner Region drivers going head-to-head, along with Power Eye Race Saver Sprints. Tomorrow evening, a great way to cap off your holiday weekend racing action with us here at the Lake Ozark Speedway tomorrow night. Well, sorry we didn't receive any driver info on the 1S machine, but we are going to speculate out here, tuning up for the action here tomorrow evening.
Hello, Douglas. And welcome to Lake Ozark Speedway. Tonight is the first night of the rest of our lives, I guess it is. You know, this virus deal has everything all worked up. You guys are sitting 16 or 6 feet or how many feet apart, aren't you? Yes. Yes, we are. We're really looking forward to having a great racing program tonight. It is the Jason Russell. I knew I would goof that up. Jason Russell's first anniversary racing. We had one last year. It was a great success. They did a wonderful job, and I just really can't wait to get this program on tonight. Some of the things that I remember about Jason is he was a competitive racer. I mean, he was going to be in victory lane, else he was going to be on his top someplace, somewhere. But he was a really good racer. He would go all ends to have a great night. He helped a lot of other competitors get their cars moving and get them going. And really, he was a true die-hard racer. I understand that one thing that Jason really was, he was a very good friend to young kids. Is that correct? Yeah, I know. He did that. That was a great thing. Everybody give Jason a round of applause. You know, it's really, it's been a great missing him. I remember the night that he won this, or that his untimely death occurred. Justin won the final event that night in a car, and it was just a very, very sad thing. So let's all keep Jason in our hearts, and let's remember to keep him anywhere that we can to keep the Russell reality going at all times. So thank you very much for coming tonight. We want you all to enjoy yourself and have a great time. Now, I have all these kids here. I've got one guy that's going to do the prayer, and that is, his name is, I've got it right here in my pocket, it is Justin Backus, and he's going to do the prayer for us. And then these kids here, every good-looking one they got is going to sing. So let's get that done, all righty? So everybody please rise. Gentlemen, remove your hats as we have to give our prayer.
Dear Lord, we thank you so much for this wonderful day. We thank you for the opportunity we have to gather here tonight. Lord, I pray that you would just remember Jason Russell as we're celebrating this race tonight. Not only remember him as a brother, as a son, and an uncle, Lord, but also a racer and a competitor. Lord, I just pray that you watch over these racers tonight and keep them safe. We pray this in Jesus' name. Amen.
How about that? And now, who do we got?
Kylie. Charlie. Blaine Russell.
All right. Anybody else?
Kaylee. I'm just here for support.
Lexi.
All right. Everybody continue to stand as we're going to do the national anthem.
Whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights, when the mountains we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets rattling, the bombs bursting in air, gave through
know what? That was tremendous. They did a great job. Everything was just perfect, you guys. So thank you very much. You guys, this race tonight is sponsored by the Russell family, Susan and Charlie. I'll tell you what, one thing you'd know for sure, if Jason wasn't going to get you, Susan was. You guys have a great time. If you got any question or anything, just buzz him up there to Doug. He'll do a birthday. Hey, wait a second. Wait a second, Ashley. I understand today is your birthday. All right, happy birthday, Ashley. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
Well, our late model drivers in staging and ready to get it on. Qualifying coming your way next. Van Dyke of Ashland tripping the lights first in the late model qualifying here this evening. 17.696, the first lap for Van Dyke, the mark to beat. Next driver, the 27, Derek Henson of Russellville. Henson, a proud new papa just a few weeks ago. Well, a great lap, 14.649, the first lap for Mr. Henson. We'll see if he can improve upon that mark with his second qualifying lap this time. Hannity does a fast lap, 14.528, 14.528, the mark to beat. Well, next car on the move, the 11P, Kurt Potter of Boonville on the move. Potter, a rookie to the late model action, has competed the last several seasons in the USRA modified action, making a move in the off season. Well, Potter, a good-looking run here on his first circuit. A 14.543, just a couple hundredths off of Henson's best lap. Checkered flag this time. And a pair of identical laps, 14.543, both circuits for rookie late model competitor Kurt Potter. What is going to be the 33, Stephen Crocker of Jonesboro, Arkansas, winning the long haul award for the late model drivers here tonight. Will trip the lights this time, turn number 4. And Crocker's first lap, the quick time for the late models, 14.523. We'll see if he improves upon that mark this time. Well, that first lap, the quickest thus far for Stephen Crocker, a 14.523, the mark to beat. The 12J of Johnston Russell of Hindley on track. And we'll kick it off this time. Well, Russell already on the second power plant under the hood of the 12J machine here tonight. And quick time so far, 14.248. Johnston Russell, his first time. Quick time, 14.221. 14.221 takes over the top mark for the late model drivers for the 12J of Russell. Next on track, the 66T Matt Becker of Ridge Fountain. Well, Becker chasing the front end up the hill, able to keep it out of the fence, but certainly going to cost him big on this first qualifying lap. But once again, if we can have one of the Raffle persons come upstairs and visit with us when you got a moment, we would appreciate it. Well, Becker not having to go his way in qualifying, a 16.075 the first lap. And lap number 2 not improving, so a 16.875 for Becker. Next up, the 38 special of Stephen Potter of Boonville on track next. Once again, if we can have one of the Raffle salespersons come upstairs and visit with us a moment, we would appreciate it. Selling the Jason Russell Raffle tickets. If you can come upstairs and visit with us a moment, we would love to speak with you. Well, Potter a bit slow, rolling into turn number 1. And sounds like trying to get the motor cleared out as he'll bring it to full song heading into turn number 3. Well, Stephen Potter struggling with the handle of the 38 machine here in the early going. Will complete his qualifying effort this time by. Well, next on track will be the 10 machine, Mr. John Melloway of Hallsville. Melloway, former late model champion at the Callaway Raceways in Fulton and the Randolph County Raceway in Moberly. First lap 15.225. John Melloway looking to improve upon that mark with his second lap. Well, Melloway a little better. Lap number 2 of 15.076. It is the 1K Racing. Ricky Kimberly out of Slater next on track. Well, Kimberly been fielding modified and late model race cars on track since way back in the 60s. Well, Ricky Kimberly, quite a resume over the years, several track championships throughout the Midwest. Well, 16.486, 16.486 first lap. Well, Kimberly improving his time, 15:9:01. Still Johnston Russell showing away with a handful of drivers remaining. Next on track, slated to be the 14X David Melloway out of Columbia, followed by Brian Allison and Todd McCoyne.
Ready, bud.
Well, once again, if we can have one of the Raffle ladies from the Russell Raffle to come upstairs, visit with a few moments, we would appreciate it. It is going to be the 14X David Melloway taking the Speedway at this time. But a 15:248, 15:248 first lap for David Melloway, looking to improve up on that mark this time. Zero 7:15:07 Melloway. Well, with 2 to go, still the 12J of Johnston Russell set to mark the 1A Brian Allison of Marshall on track now. Well, first lap 15:142 for Allison. And lap 2 a bit quicker, a 14:991, 14:991. Well, with only one driver left to qualify, still Russell with the top mark, 14:221. Well, it is Barnett's Todd McCoyne. Well, folks, we will ask for your continued prayers. Todd McCoyne continuing his courageous battle with cancer as we well, a 14:58 first lap for McCoyne on the gas, hard turn number 4, checker flag. Well, a 14:489. So it appears it will be the 12J Johnston Russell, your fast qualifier here tonight with a mark of 14:221. Fastest late model qualifier here this evening. Well, we are going to have a pair of late model heat races coming your way this evening. $150 going out to each heat race winner. July the 3rd, the UMP Hill Tour. Let me tell you, these folks have earned the moniker the Hill Tour. They race so many nights in such a short period of time. Glad to get a race date with well, we've got a couple cars missing from the lineup here in heat race number 1. The 21 machine of Jump Turbin, a no-show, along with the 4 of Paul Turbin. Well, the 2A of Ace O'Neill is going to drop from the outside of that second row where he drew to start. Going to elect to start at the rear as this young driver. And no passing points will be accrued. So it's going to be a start from the rear of the action in the main event. Well, race fans, here we are ready to get it on our first green flag of 2020 flying out of turn number 4. And it's going to be the 27 of Aaron Guston racing to the early lead. Guston shows the way down the back straightaway. It's going to be the 11 of Wayland Amit quickly motoring into the runner opposition. Door-to-door battle for that third spot as Jack Wood and Jordan Strong take it fender to fender, turns 3 and 4. Give that spot to Wood as he comes away with the third spot here at the flag stand. It's going to be Guston, DeMint, and Wood, your top 3 drivers, turn 2. Well, all heat races, 8 laps with us here tonight. Guston starting to stretch his advantage over the field. DeMint and Wood continue to hold down the number 2-3 positions as the 2A Ace O'Neill continuing to put together some good-looking laps off turn number 4. Well, Guston continued to flex his muscle here in heat race number 1 as he stretches his advantage a few more car lengths over the field. Works around the high side of Ace O'Neill and nothing but smooth sailing here on the front stretch for your race leader. Well, O'Neill doing a good job moving to the bottom of the speedway, giving our leaders plenty of room to race around the high side of the speedway. Out front, Guston continuing to show the way. Well, 5 laps in the books, 3 to go, 3 to go. And Stanley Henson reaching for the white flag. He'll show it to Guston next trip off turn number 4. Well, Henson will show the surrender flag to the field this time off turn number 4 as Guston well in command here on this final circuit. And at a turn number 4, our first victory of the season will go to the 27 of Aaron Guston. Second going to the 11 of Wayland Amit. Jack Wood crossing the stripe third, and rounding out our top 4, the 22 J of Jordan Strong. Well, from outside of row number 1, the 27 of Aaron Guston motoring into the early lead. We'll take this one flag to flag to pick up our first heat race victory of 2020. The 11 of Wayland Amit of Camden, third spot goes to the 44D Jack Wood of Eldon, and your 4th place runner, the 22 J Jordan Strong of Barnett. Well, second and final heat race for your pure stock drivers, getting ready to bring them trackside. It's going to be the 49 Shannon Sullivan of Eldon, the 12H Daryl Hurt of Boonville. Road 2, it's the 13 Jeremy Townsend of Climax Springs, the 12 Parker Smith of Mexico. Row number 3, we've got the 29W Theodore Welshmeyer of Jefferson City. The 30, it's the Torch Trevor Wilson of Fulton. Row number 4, the T10 Sam McDaniel, the 50B of Brandon Smith of Columbia. Well, we need street stock heat race number 1 to staging immediately. Street stock heat race number 1 to staging. Well, the Ford machine of Paul Turpin slated to be in heat race number 1 a little late as being directed to the pit area. Well, it's going to be the 49 Shannon Sullivan, the 50 of Daryl Hurt of Boonville leading that charge down to the green flag, this time turn number 4. Once again, 8 laps the distance as we look to go racing. We are there. It's going to be Hurt racing into the early lead. Shannon Sullivan and Parker Smith take it fender to fender, turn number 2. Well, got a car in trouble, turn number 2. The 13 machine of Townsend able to get the wheels moving. Will stay clean and green off turn number 4. Hurt and Smith for the lead. Oh, in trouble. Couple cars tangled, turn number 2. It is the 50 of Hurt around. And a little bodywork damage to the left front fender of the Torch Trevor Wilson. A little nose piece damage as well. Parker Smith, the 30 of Trevor Wilson, followed by the 49 Shannon Sullivan and the T10 of Sam McDaniel in the 4th position. Well, 1 lap in the books, 7 to go. It's going to be Parker Smith leading them back to the green, followed by Wilson and Sullivan for the runner-up spot. Green flag. Well, Sam McDaniel quickly racing his way into the 3rd position. It's going to be Smith, Wilson, and McDaniel, our top 3 drivers down in turn number 4. Well, good battle for the 4th spot. Here comes the 50 of Daryl Hurt. Well, yellow flag in the air for debris over in turns 1 and 2. And trouble for our leader. It's the 12 of Parker Smith pulling to the infield as caution flag waving for debris. Well, once again, caution flag in the air for debris on the top of the Speedway, turn number 1. Well, track safety crew quickly on the scene as trouble for our race leader. The 12 of Smith has pulled his machine to the infield. Well, it's going to be the 30 of Torch Wilson taking over the top spot, followed by the T10 of Sam McDaniel. 3rd will find the 49 of Shannon Sullivan, and a nice rebound for the 50 machine of Daryl Hurd has raced his way back into the top 4. Well, up on that front row, it belongs to the 30 of Trevor Wilson. The T10 of Sam McDaniel takes the low line in row 2. That'll force the 49 of Sullivan up the hill. Rest of the drivers falling into formation as yellow light's been dimmed. We are ready to go racing. Once again, turn number 4. Well, it's 15-year-old Trevor Wilson leading the charge back to the green. Well, it's Wilson getting a few car lengths on the field here as we restart heat race number 2. Well, battle brewing for the runner-up position. It is Daryl Hurt putting the heat on McDaniel for the number 2 spot. Good battle now for the number 4 position as well. The 13 of Townsend putting the pressure on Sullivan for the number 4 spot. Out front, it is Wilson showing away. Well, Wilson enjoying about a 12 car length advantage over that great battle for the second position. Hits heard all over the back bumper of McDaniel for the runner-up spot out front. Wilson shows the way down the backstretch. Continue to be a great door-to-door battle for the number 4 position. Still Shannon Sullivan in command of that 4th spot. Well, we've got 6 laps complete. Looking for the white flag next time, turn number 4. Wilson continuing to motor ahead of the field. White flag flying from Stanley Henson. This time 1 to go. And right through the center of turns 3 and 4, the final time checkered flag. It's going to be the Torch Trevor Wilson heat race winner. Second position will go to the T10 of Sam McDaniel. Darrell Hurt finishing 3rd, and to round out our top 4, the 13 of Jeremy Townsend. Well, a spirited battle here in heat race number 2. It will go to the 30 of Trevor Wilson, heat race winner. Second position. 15 drivers signing in for the street stock action here this evening. Yellow light remains on track. And just like that, the yellow light has been dimmed. Racers are ready to go this time, turn number 4. And it's Marshall Berry leading them down to the green. Well, it's going to be Shane Myers racing out to the early lead as Myers drops to the bottom, turns 1 and 2. Good looking drive down the backstretch. Oh, some movers and shakers. 3-car battle for that number 2 position. The 409 of Joe Miller making a nice move, turn number 2. It's going to be Myers, Berry, and Miller, our top 3 drivers at lap number 1. Well, Myers continuing to show the way. Joe Miller now looking to the left rear of Marshall Berry, unable to make a move this time. Well, the 28 of Andrew O'Rourke making some nice moves. It's going to be Miller once again looking low side of Berry for the runner-up position. Andrew O'Rourke looking to make a move on Miller. Our top 4 drivers having a battle. Well, Jeff Linhart battling with Lucas deeper in the field out front, continuing to be the 15 of Shane Meyer. Oh, and a contact in the middle of turns 3 and 4. Rourke and Miller tangle. You see the evidence on the nose piece of the Rourke machinery. It'll cost both drivers a few positions. Well, the real winner in that exchange, the Fat Machine of Justin McDowell, able to advance into the 3rd position. Well, Marshall Berry reeling in. Myers and the lead with only 1 to go. The 67 Jeff Linhart, a trail of smoke chasing that machine off turn number 4 after contact with the outside wall. You can see the right rear tire going down as Linhart digging up the dirt. Debris, turn number 2, checkered flag in the air. It's going to be Shane Myers, heat race winner. Marshall Berry finishing 2nd, 3rd. Goes out to the 5 of Johnston McDowell. Go signal from the flag stand of Stanley Henson, this time off turn number 4. Well, it will be the 7B of Stuart Burton setting the pace for the action here in heat race number 2. Once again, 8 laps the distance. Passing points will determine your driver's starting position in the main event here this evening. Well, we need B-modifieds to staging. B-modified drivers bring them to staging immediately. Stuart Burton, Ted Welshmeyer to the green. Well, it is Ted Welshmeyer racing out into the early lead, followed by Barry and Champney. Top 3 here at lap number 1. Well, Welshmeyer continuing to show the way over Dale Berry. Cliff Champney holds the 3rd position, followed by Stuart Burton and Darrell Dooling, our top 5 drivers here at lap number 2. Well, Welshmeyer stretching his advantage over the field. Welshmeyer, a great drive off turn number 2. Now Cliff Champney and Barry battling for the runner-up position. Champney taking a look low side turn number 3. Champney, Barry, wheel to wheel, fender to fender through turns 3 and 4. Give it to Cliff Champney this time. And Dale Berry off the pace, was wide down in turn number 4. Berry keeps it rolling, but well off the pace through turns 1 and 2. Out front, this is Welshmeyer, well in command. Dale Berry now dropping to the bottom of the speedway here on the backstretch. Looks to pull it to the infield midway down the back straightaway. It's going to be Welshmeyer, a full straightaway over Champney. Good battle down for position. It's going to be the 888 of Darren Turner making a move on Stuart Burton for the number 3 position. And white flag as Welshmeyer absolutely dominating the action here in heat race number 2. And checker flag flying high. It's going to be Welshmeyer securing the victory here in heat race number 2. Second position will go to the 6 of Cliff Champney, followed by the 888s of Darren Turner and the 7B of Stuart Burton, your top 4. Well, the top 4 qualifiers from our 4 heat races tonight locking their way in the main event. Everybody else going to be bound over for the Consi. Green flag in the air. It's going to be the 22C of Campbell showing away turn 2. Oh, big trouble. Well, a little contact in the middle of the field draws the yellow flag as the 99 of Dalton Teal gets the worst of it in turn number 2. For qualifiers based on passing points through our 4 heat races. There'll be 16 cars stricken from the record books. A complete restart in the works. Once again, Campbell and McCarty to the green. Well, it's going to be Campbell, McCarty, and Harris, our top 3 drivers down the backstretch, followed by Matthew Clark and Barry White, your top 5 into turn number 3. At the flag stand, it is going to be Campbell showing the way at lap number 1. Good battle for second as Rex Harris and Mike McCarty locked up in a battle. Trouble for the 20D. Dawson Devon pulls his machine to the infield. Once again, Campbell reaching the stripe first, continues to show the way as he is out to nearly half a straightaway over Rex Harris. Good battle down for the 3rd position. Matthew Clark, Mike McCarthy locked Working horns for the number 3 position. And a little contact down the back stretch. Both drivers. Well, caution flag for debris. Caution for debris into turn number 1. Draws the caution onto the speedway. Well, looks like a little of the plastic body work off of the 25 of Matthew Clark. Drawing the caution flag onto the speedway here at our 3rd circuit. Chance, 6 chances for a $5 bill darn coming up during intermission. Green flag. Well, right where they picked up a battle for the number 3 position, it is Clark and McCarty wheel to wheel. Out front, still Campbell showing away. Clark now in possession of that 3rd spot. Clark motors to the inside of McCarty. McCarty trying to throw the crossover, unable to make it happen off turn number 2. Out front it is Campbell leading us back to the stripe here at lap 5. Well, Campbell out to about 12 car lengths over Rex Harris, a long way back to the 25 of Clark and Mike McCarty, Barry White, and Dalton Deal. Looking for that white flag this time. Campbell with 1 to go. And out of turn number 4, checker flag flying high. It's going to be Campbell, your heat race winner. Rex Harris picks up the number 2 position. Matthew Clark finishing 3rd. And close call at the end. Mike McCarty and Barry White tangling into stripe. It is going to be the 20 of Barry White grabbing that 4th position. Donnie Pursuti later Raffle to the Speedway, scheduled to be outside of row 4. Well, 7 of our 8 cars scheduled to take the green flag here in heat race number 2 on track only. The number 7 of Donnie Pursuti, a no-show here in heat race number 2. Well, it's going to be 8 laps. The 50J of Jordan Martin setting the pace for the action as we will look to go racing turn number 4. Well, it's going to be Martin out to the early lead over Ellis and Trent Jacoby 3rd, followed by the 12L of Tyler Lewis. Adam Hall into the 5th spot. And battle already brewing for the runner-up position is Jacoby and Ellis. Lockhorns in a battle for the runner-up spot, followed by Lewis. Here comes Lewis, a great drive down in turn number 2. Jacoby and Lewis into the number 2 and 3 positions as they try to reel in race leader Jordan Martin in the 50J. Keeping close tabs on Jacoby for the runner-up spot. It's going to be Lewis showing Jacoby the nose, turn number 4. Jacoby able to fend off the challenge of Lewis for that runner-up position. Still the 50J of Martin showing away. But we'll be working lap 5 this time under the flag stand. Only 3 to go here in heat race number 2. Well, Jacoby and Lewis starting to make up a little time on race leader Jordan Martin. We've got 2 to go this time. White flag's going to be flying for the 50J next time, turn number 4. Well, it's Jacoby chasing the front end up the hill, allowing your race leader Martin to get out a couple car lengths. White flag this time. Lewis continuing to pressure Jacoby for the runner-up position. Our leaders closing on the 0 of Blake Weber. Checkered flag in the air this time. It's going to be Jordan Martin, heat race winner. Trev Jacoby finishing second. Tyler Lewis third. The 24 of Jerry Ellis, your top 4. Well, the field set, ready to go. This time down in turn number 4, it's going to be Don Williams and Donnie Jackson to the green. Well, yellow flag, yellow flag. Well, Speedway officials not impressed with the looks of that start. Will restack the field. Try this one once again. Once again, Don Williams, Donnie Jackson up front, followed by the 70, Jeff Yates, the 18 of Jordan Jones, Earl Pryor, Jeremy Polston, and Spalding. Well, we are underway. It's going to be Donnie Jackson with the early lead. Oh, nice move. Earl Pryor able to cross over the 18 of Jones as that race wheel to wheel for that runner up position. Give it to Pryor. Well, it's going to be Jackson Pryor tussling for the lead down in turns 1 and 2. Jordan Jones putting together a solid drive in the 3rd position, followed by the 5 of Williams and the 70 of Yates. Whoa! Williams crossing it up. Big trouble into turn 3. Caution flag in the air. Well, absolutely terrible break. The 11 of Polston. That all started with the 5 of Don Williams. Out of shape down the back straightaway, bunching up the field into turn number 3. Heavy contact between the 29 of Spalding and the 11 of Polston. Well, tough break. Polston finding himself in the wrong place at the wrong time. Well, the 11 of Polston to the infield. Here comes the 29 of Spalding. Well, looks like 2 laps complete. 6 remain here in our 3rd heat race of 4. Well, once again, Donald Jackson, Earl Pryor, Jordan Jones, and the 70 of Yates, your top 4 drivers, back to green. Well, continuing to be good racing inside those top 4 spots. Pryor putting the heat on. Jackson for that top spot. Jackson hanging top. Will hold it into turns 1 and 2. Pryor once again a look to the inside, but it's Jackson motoring away down the backstretch. Jones third, followed by Yates in that 4th position. Well, we are looking at 5 complete this time under the flag stand. 3 to go. Well, Pryor rests on that lead away here in the closing laps. We're going to be looking for the checkers this time down in turn number 4. Pryor, Jackson, Yates, and Jones. Checker flag. Give it to defending champion Earl Pryor out of Troy, Missouri. Donnie Jackson finishing 2nd. 3rd goes out to the 70 of Jeff Yates, and rookie driver Jordan Jones, a solid run in the 4th position. Row number 4, the 88 are Robin Showers, the 7 of Donnie Pursuti. Well, our final B modified heat race of the night, 8 laps the distance, 8 cars, top 4 drivers transferring directly into the main event. Everybody else heading for the Consi. It's a great battle through turns 1 and 2. Rourke with a half a car length over Stouse down the backstretch. Well, Stouse chasing the front end up the hill in turn number 2. That'll cost him some time as Rourke able to get away with the top spot. Well, it's going to be Stillwell 3rd, followed by the 2 of Eric Graves, your top 4 drivers, turn 4. Well, trouble down in turn number 4. It is the 7 machine of Pursuti, slow in turn 4, caution flag in the air. Race Earl Rourke with 5 to go. And a little slam and bam in action. It's Stillwell getting the worst of it, able to gather it up and continue. He and the 55 of Adriel Shepard trading a little paint in the middle of 1 and 2. Well, it's going to be Graves into the 3rd position. Oh, in trouble. Graves losing handle. Turn number 2. Yellow flag, yellow flag. Well, if you'll notice those hard-working little girls down there with the raffle tickets for the Jason Russell Memorial event, we are raffling off a set of cornhole game boards, some nice-looking pieces. If you're looking to score here tonight, make sure you get your hands on a raffle ticket for those cornhole board games set up. Once again, those ladies going to make one more pass through the grandstand area with a raffle ticket. So if you're looking to be a winner here tonight, get that hand in the air. Get your raffle tickets for the cornhole game. Would certainly be a sweet little score from the action here tonight. Well, we are halfway home. 4 complete, 4 to go. It continues to be Earl Roark showing away. Well, Robin Showers taking a look to the 55 of Adriel Shepard for position. Out front it is Earl Roark motoring away from the field. Trouble, turn 3. Oh, and a hard hit. The 2 of Eric Graves nowhere to go as the 9R of Cody Stillwell losing handle over in turn number 3, collects the 2 of Eric Graves. Well, losing another car, the number 19R of Cole Stillwell taking his pit side. We have then heard dramatically here in our 4th and final heat race. Well, only 4 cars remain, so these 4 drivers will advance into tonight's featured event. All the cars already eliminated from this action here in this 4th and final heat race will be bound for the Consolation event here tonight. Well, with only 3 to go, we'll look to get back to the green flag action. Earl Roark showing away. Well, Chad Stouse looking low side of Roark. 2 turns, 1 and 2, unable to make a move as Roark out to a 4-car length advantage into turn number 4. 6 in the books, 2 to go. Well, last call on those raffle ticket sales for that cornhole game set. Get your hand in the air for a raffle ticket right now. Last chance. White flag, white flag. And out of the turn 4 to the checkers. Earl Roark picking up your heat for victory. Chad Stouse crossing the line second. Third position will go out to the 55 of Adriel Shepard, and the 88R Robin Showers grabs that 4th and final transfer position into tonight's feature event. Well, the 8 of Stephen Potter of Boonville and shotgun on the field here in heat race number 1, the 7V of Dwayne Vanderleek. Well, the 7V machine of Dwayne Vanderleek, a no-show here in heat race number 1. Once again, we've got 6 cars getting ready to slug it out over 8 laps. Heat race winner going to pocket $150 cash prize bonus, compliments of Hatfield Repair, taking care of our late model aces here tonight. Well, it is going to be Johnston Russell and Steve Crocker looking to get it on turn number 4. Well, it's going to be Russell showing away over Crocker and Melloway. Potter sets himself up in the 4th spot. All about big brother Stephen Potter, Ricky Kimberly. Well, it is Russell well in command of heat race number 1 as he has stretched it out to about half a straightaway advantage over the 33 of Stephen Crocker. David Melloway holds the number 3 spot, followed by the 11P of Kurt Potter, Stephen Potter, Ricky Kimberly. Well, the driver set. Trouble off turn number 2. It is the 14 of David Melloway. Losing handle on the 14 machine. Yellow flag in the air, turn number 2. Walk area tickets high in the air. $1 one chance, 6 chances for a $5 bill. Somebody whoop out of Ben Franklin. Let's see how many tickets come flying off that roll. Drawing coming up shortly. Well, it's going to be Russell and Crocker motoring out on the field. We'll look for 3 to go this time. And 2 to go. Johnston Russell still well in command of heat race number 1. Crocker, Potter, and Potter are top 4. Here's the laps wind down in heat race number 1. Oh, and trouble. Crocker off the pace here on the backstretch. White flag in the air. And caution on the Speedway. Yellow flag for the 33 of Crocker off the pace here on this final circuit. Well, what a bad break for the 33 of Crocker, running in a runner-up position here in our first of 2 late model heat races. Well, the good news is we didn't see any telltale signs, hopefully, here at Hatfield Repair Heat Race 1. Well, once again, green-white checkers as Russell gets us back to the green. Russell once again looking at the white flag. 1 to go. And here come your checkers. Heat race number 1 goes to the 12J. Johnston Russell finishing second. The 11P of Kurt Potter. Stephen Potter third. And Kimberly in our top 4. Well, keeping that perfect drive alive here tonight, the 12J of Johnston Russell secures the victory here in heat race number 1. We'll pick up the $150 bonus compliments of Hatfield Repair. Marshall. The 10 of John Melloway outside of row 2. Row number 3, the 60-60 Matt Becker, Rich Fountain, and the 3 of Wade Vandelek. Well, looking for the 10 of David Melloway, a no-show down in staging. Well, after this heat race has concluded, we've got one sprint car doing a little hot lapping here tonight. Looks like he's going to come out for a couple of quick laps before we shut it down for intermission, coming your way here in just a few moments. All right, folks, we see the red light onto the Speedway. Got a little fire down the pit area. Going to send the track safety crew to handle that real quickly before we get underway with our final heat race of the night. So time to take a deep breath, maybe make that quick run to the snack bar or restroom, get yourself back ready to go for our final heat race of the night. Well, remember, it's all sprint car action here tomorrow night. ASCS Warriors tomorrow night head-to-head for a big old paycheck. Compliments of the good folks here at the Lake Ozark Speedway. Power Eye Race Savers out with us tomorrow night as well. Well, remember, folks, you'd like to check out any of the action from the Lake Ozark Speedway all season long, brought to you by Big Planet Media from right here in the Lake of the Ozarks. Well, they've got that little problem put to rest in the pit area as the 10 machine of David Melloway rolls out to join the field. Will forfeit his starting position, fire from the rear. Well, once again, the 7X of Todd McCoy, the 27, the proud new Papa Derek Henson, door-to-door, row 1. Row number 2, it is the 1A Brian Allison of Marshall and the 3 of Wade Vanderleek. Row number 3, the 66T of Matt Becker and the 10 of John Melloway. Well, once again, a $150 cash bonus on the line, compliments of Hatfield Repair. Sweetening up the deal for our late model racers here tonight with that cash money for our heat race winners. Well, it's going to be McCoy trying to gather it up here as he'll lead them down to the green. Well, it's going to be Derek Henson racing out to the early lead. McCoy follows into tire tracks into turn number 3. Brian Allison, John Melloway, your top four. Well, Henson and McCoy appear to be the class of the field here in heat race number 2 as they continue to stretch their advantage over the field. 2 in the book, 6 to go. Brian Allison settles into the 3rd position, followed by John Melloway 4th, Matt Becker 5th, and Wade Vanderleek to round out the action here in heat race number 2. Out front, Henson continuing to show the way as he stretches his advantage over McCoy and Allison. Half a straightaway now for Derek Henson, looking for the halfway mark this time. Well, Henson closing on Wade Vanderleek down in turn number 4. Henson continuing to mow him down as he has now built himself a straightaway advantage over the field. Looking at 2 to go this time. And white flag flying, Derek Henson in command here in heat race number 2. Has the field wired as he'll look to pick up that $150 bonus this time, turn number 4. And high wide handsome turn for Derek Henson, heat race winner. 2nd position will go to the 7X of Todd McCoy. 3rd goes out to the 1A Brian Allison, and 4th the 10 of John Melloway. Well, doing it in fine fashion, it is the 27 of Derek Henson going flag to flag in heat race number 2, securing the victory. Hey, folks, we need to get these youngsters out of that zone between the 2 fences. We need everybody up here on the boardwalk area, please. Well, we got a couple cars out of position here in the Consolation event. We'll work on getting them pushed into the right spot and be ready to turn out these yellow lights and go. Well, trouble the 5 machine of Williams. Don Williams pulls off to the pit area here on the backstretch. Well, we've got the 99 machine of Dalton Teal out of Fulton setting on the pole outside. Row 1, the 574 of Adam Hall. Row 2, it's the 11 of Jeremy Polston of Mexico. All right, folks, we are going to get the field sorted out a bit here on the straightaway laps after reworking the track. So we're going to have a couple of hot laps for our B-modified drivers before we get underway with the Consolation event. Well, I believe the 99 of Dalton Teal around in the middle of 3 and 4. Once again, conditions certainly much different than they were earlier after the track crew prepping the track during intermission time. Well, Ronald Murphy taking control of the situation here on the front stretch, getting the cars pushed into the appropriate positions. Well, we were slated to have 14 cars taking the green flag here in the Consolation event, only 9 showing for the action. 8 of these drivers will race their way into the main event, so only 1 car will be eliminated through the Consolation. Well, folks, we appreciate your help keeping the youngsters away from that fencing down front. Need to keep everybody back in the bleachers and in the safety. A little distancing from the racetrack, so we'd appreciate helping out with the young folks here at the Speedway. And we certainly appreciate you using the trash receptacles conveniently located around the grounds of the Lake Ozark Speedway. Help the crew out just a bit. It is a lot of steps up and down the bleachers picking up the refuse from night of action here at Speedway. We appreciate lending us a helping hand. All right, look for that yellow light to be dimmed here as we work into turns 1 and 2. Well, 10 laps, 9 cars on hand to take the green flag. Our top 8 racing our way into the main event. It is going to be Adam Hall and Stillwell leading us down to the green flag, this time down in turn number 4. It's going to be Stanley Henson looking to field over. And I don't know if this one's going to fly. Stillwell jumping out on the field. No go, no go. Well, the 574 of Adam Hall in charge, setting the pace here. The 19R of Stillwell jumping out ahead of the field just a bit on that first attempt. Well, this one a great looking start. Green flag flying high. We are racing into turns 1 and 2. It's going to be Adam Hall taking the early lead as he'll drive right through the center of 1 and 2. Stillwell follows in the tire tracks. Now a good battle for position as Dalton Teal, the 28 of Hunter Kuno. Now the 94 of Potter. 3 wide battle. 3 young drivers for that third spot. Well, out front, it's Adam Hall getting in motoring as he enjoys about 12 car lengths over Stillwell for the lead. Hunter Kuno sets up camp in the number 3 position, followed by Dalton Teal and, the 94 of Potter. The 29, Chris Spalding in the 5th position. Dalton Devon now in, followed by the 99 of Devon Teal in the 99 machine. Out front, Adam Hall now stretches out to nearly half a straightaway advantage over Stillwell in the runner-up spot. Hunter Kuno, young driver out of Mexico, Missouri, putting together a great drive in the 3rd position, followed by Potter and the 29, Chris Spalding of Wellsville. Well, the 11 machine of Jeremy Polston missing a little of the body work on the left rear, now battling with the 99 of Teal for position over in turn number 3. Adam Hall continues to show the way out front of the field. For the 94 of Potter, now locked up in a good battle with the 29 of Spalding for position. Spalding will look to the left rear this time. Nothing to it as he'll fall back in line down the front stretch. It is all Adam Hall in the B-modified Consolation event as he continues to build his advantage over the field. 7 laps complete, 3 to go this time. Whoa, Hunter Kuno slips up a bit off turn 2. He'll gather it up but lose 2 positions as both Potter and Spalding able to take advantage of that slip from young driver out of Mexico, Mo. Well, Adam Hall now closing on the 0 of Blake Wimmer. And Wimmer just able to keep Hall at bay and remain on the lead lap. White flag, Dalton Teal slipping off turn number 2. Oh, looks like Teal's going to pull to the infield. Will not hang around to see the finish. It is going to be Adam Hall picking up your consolation victory. 2nd position will go to the 19 of Stillwell. 3rd spot goes out to the 94 of Potter, followed by Spalding. Well, tough break for the 99 machine of Teal. Falls out just 1 lap from the finish. Had a transfer position into the big show. Out of it with that DNF. And checker flag flying. It is the 60-60 of Matt Becker picking up your victory in your late model Dash for Cash. Once again, thanks so much, Tony Jackson Jr. Racing, sponsoring the Dash for Cash for the late models here tonight. All right, folks, got a few more prizes to give away once again. All these ticket numbers start with 917. So listen up if you hear your ticket numbers. 917177. That was 917177. You're a winner. 917605. 917605. Take that ticket down to the T-shirt shack. We'll get you fixed up with a nice door prize. How about ticket number 917318? 917318. You are a winner. 917431. 917431. How about ticket number 917393? 393. You're a winner. 917394. 394. You're a winner. And our final door prize winner here tonight, ticket number 917437. That was a white ticket, 917437. Please head on back to the souvenir stand. We'll get you hooked up with some nice prizes. And if you bought a 50-50 ticket tonight, you are in line for $232 cash money. Take that ticket back to the t-shirt stand. We are looking for 50-50. Number 3, the 12H of Daryl Hurd of Boonville. That black 50 machine, the 44D Jack Wood of Eldon. Row number 4, the 13 Jerry Townsend of Climax Springs. The 22J Jordan Strong of Barnett next door. From row number 5, the 2A of Ace O'Neill of Lake Ozark. The 49 of Shannon Sullivan. Row 6, the 29W Theodore Welshmeyer of Jefferson City. The 12 Parker Smith of Mexico. Row 7, the 21 Jeff Turpin. Beautiful orange and white machine out of Jeff City. The 4 of Paul Turpin next door. Row 8, the 50B Brandon Smith. The 14K Jada Kimna to the green. Well, it's going to be Trevor Wilson with a slight advantage off of turn number 2. McDaniel to the back bumper. Here comes Aaron Costin, Wayland Ahmed, door-to-door battle for the number 3 spot. Costin looking for more as he closes on McDaniel. Turn number 4, Wilson showing away at lap 1. Well, some great door-to-door racing throughout the field. Wilson continuing to show the way over McDonald. Aaron Costin once again pressuring McDonald for the runner-up position. A couple of young drivers battling through 1 and 2. Ace O'Neill and the 50B of Smith. Well, our leaders are about to catch the rear of the field here in just about one more corner. Gustin once again shows the nose to McDaniel over in turn number 3. Move over flag given to our rookie drivers. Both of them doing a great job, giving our leaders plenty of racing room through 1 and 2. Well, it's going to be Trevor Wilson continuing to show the way. Gustin again pressuring McDaniel for the runner-up position. Again, it's Gustin to the bottom. Is he going to be able to make a move this time? Turn number 4. No, and McDaniel holds him at bay. Gustin once again racing alongside McDaniel, and it'll be Gustin taking over the runner-up position this time. Well, it's Trevor Wilson, Aaron Gunston, Sam McDaniel, Wayland have been our top 4 drivers as they've started to open up a bit of breathing room over the rest of the field. Continue to be some great action. Jack Wood now under pressure from the 50 of Daryl Hurd for the number 5 position. Ooh, a little slipping and sliding. Turn number 2. Good job. The 22J Jordan Strong able to gather it up. Will stay clean and green. Well, we've had a lead change as Gustin able to overhaul Wilson for the top spot as our leaders race around some of the lap machinery down in turn number 2. But now they'll deal with that 4 machine of Walking Paul Turpin. A little slow off turn number 4 as our leaders closing in contact. Gustin, Turpin. Oh, how about that? Trevor Wilson threads the needle, able to avoid contact with Turpin and Gustin into turn number 1. Well, you can see left front tire down on Aaron Gustin's ride. He's going to be heading pits head for attention from the crew. What a whale of a job. The torch able to thread the needle between that. Well, there's another nice little girl I haven't seen in a long time. Miss Wendy Ketter out enjoying tonight at action with us. Hope she brought the doughboy with her tonight. Got him working pit side, she said. Well, that's a win-win. She gets a little break, and he gets to hang out with his boys pit side. Well, we are 6 laps into this 15-lap affair. It is going to be young driver Trevor Wilson out of Fulton reclaiming the top spot. Sam McDaniel, Wayland Amin, and the 44D of Jack Wood, your top 4 drivers here. Just a couple laps short of the halfway mark. And looks like trouble for the 21 of Jeff Turpin. He's pulled his rad to the infield. Well, after that on-track action, the 4 machine of Paul Turpin will be able to remain on track. Well, we've got a couple cars to jockey around into the correct position before we're ready to turn the yellow light out. Well, right now we're speculating that the 27 of Gustin has probably taken his to the hot pit area for Well, still haven't received any confirmation about the status of Aaron Gustin. All right, drivers bunching them up into formation here on the backstretch. It's going to be Trevor Wilson looking to get them going once again down in turn number 4. 6 laps complete, 9 to go here in our first feature event of 2020. And a great drive through turns 1 and 2 as Wayland DeMint paddles fender to fender with McDaniel for the runner opposition. Well, some great action all over the Speedway here in your Pierce Dog main event. Wilson in search of his first career victory in the Pierce Dog division, showing away here as we will reach the halfway mark this time at the flag stand. Well, Wilson has set sail on the field as he'll work the high side of Ace O'Neill off turn number 4. 9 laps in the books, only 6 remain, 6 to go. Well, McDaniel able to get out a few car lengths over the third place machine. The 40-40 of Jack Wood has worked his way around Wayland DeMint trying to battle back down in turn number 4. They are door handle to door handle at the flag stand. Wood with a fender advantage into turn number 1. Out front it is Wilson showing the way over McDaniel as the laps continue to wind down. We've got 11 in the books this time. 4 to go, 4 to go. Well, several young drivers joining the ranks of our Pierce Dog division this season, doing a great job keeping them pointed the right direction here in their maiden voyage. Well, 12 in the books, only 2.5 laps remaining as Wilson works the midway point of the backstretch. Well, best race on track probably still for that third position as DeMint not letting Jack Wood get away with that third position. They'll work some lap traffic this time over in turns 1 and 2. Jack Wood, a nice move, will maintain the third position. Here comes your leader off turn number 4. White flag in the air. It's Torch Wilson with 1 to go. Always great to have a first-time winner. We've got one tonight. It is going to be Trevor Wilson taking it to victory lane here at the Lake Ozark Speedway as he picks up the victory over the T10 of Sam McDaniel. How about that? The 11 of Wayland DeMint able to reclaim the third position over the 44D of Jack Wood. We've got the 13, Jeremy Townsend, rounding out the 5th position, and the 12 of Parker Smith, your top 6. Big Ed Franco, the trophies are in the truck. Big Ed Franco. Well, we're going to have to wait 5 or 10 minutes if we're waiting on the car owner to reach victory lane. Old man Jim Wilson doesn't move as quick as he used to.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Brad Sweet. No, that's not his name. What a guy, what a guy. This is the first time for a long time. It's leaking water out here. Here he is, getting out of the car. Mr. Trevor. Woo. Ooh, come over here, boy. We get to chat a little bit. Here I go, everybody. This is first-time winner here in this car, Mr. Trevor Wilson. Hey, Trev, what got into you tonight, bud?
Man, I don't know. This car is probably the best one I've had yet. This thing runs amazing.
Is it really? Hey, tell me one thing. Who do you need to really thank a lot?
My mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, Vaughn Automotive, Wyman Enterprise, Moppin Funeral Home, Eversole Rental Properties, my brother, and Jason Watson for helping put this thing back together after the heat race.
There you go, everybody. Hey, he done a wonderful job. Everybody, let's give this young man a great round of applause. Mr. Brad Sweet himself. Good kid. His real name is Mr. Wilson, and he did a great job. I've called him Brad Sweet for years because he looks like the guy.
Well, Ed, that little fella finally listened to his pappy, and look what happened. Well, Mr. Wilson, a regular visitor to Victory Lane in the old Hornet division, his first career Pure Stock victory. Looks pretty good on that little fella. Well, it is time. We'll find the 6C Cliff Chimney of Holt Summit, the 15 of Shane Myers of Mexico, door-to-door row number 1. Row 2, the 21W Ted Welshmeyer of Tebbets, the 888's Darren Turner, Hartsburg, Missouri. Row number 3, beautiful 4 machine. That's going to be Marshall Berry of Tuscumbia. Next door, the 5, Johnston McDowell. Row number 4, the 88 Double D of Daryl Doolane from Ashland. The 618, Mike Lucas of Wardsville. Row number 5, the 409 of Joe Miller from Centertown. The 28, Andrew Rourke of Henley. Row 6, the 7B, Stuart Burton. The 41 of Michael Terry of Mexico. Row 7, it is the 35B, Jacob Bartness of Eldon, the 05, Dale Berry of Tuscumbia, and not able to make the call, the 67 of Jeff Linhart of Camdenton. Heavy damage in heat race action tonight has eliminated Linhart from our main event here this evening. Well, 20-lap feature event coming your way. The beautiful WK Pace Truck leads the field. Race fans, let them hear you on the front straightaway. We are ready to go racing. Next trip off of turn number 4. Cliff Champney, Shane Myers leading the charge to the green flag. Well, the WK Pace truck pulls to the infield. We are ready to get it on turn number 4. Champney and Meyer. Fender to fender. Stanley Henson giving them a good look. Great looking start. Green flag. Well, it's going to be Meyer slamming the door on Champney. Turn number 2. He'll race out to the early lead. Here comes the AAA machine of Turner, quickly asserting himself into the runner-up position. Trouble on the Speedway, yellow flag. All right, we've got debris on the front stretch, yellow flag. Debris on the front straightaway. Well, the field realigning themselves. We'll get the one to go signal this time. Well, once again, the field looking to go racing in turn number 4. Champney and Myers once again fender to fender. And another great looking start from our front row. It's going to be Myers again with the advantage off turn number 2. Here comes Darren Turner, a strong move off the high side of turn number 2. The 21 of Welshmeyer now sizing up Champney for the 3rd position. Oh, and we got a car around turn number 4. It is the 41. Michael Terry losing a handle on it. Turn number 4. Yellow flag quickly flies. Well, we'll give a courtesy lap to the 35B of Jacob Bartness in the hot pit area, receiving service from the crew to that damage on the right front of the 35B machine. While our drivers continue to circle the speedway, the 15 of Myers showing away after one lap. Well, the Bartness crew continuing their efforts in the hot pit area. We've got just a moment left to see if he's able to rejoin the field. All right, Bartness off the jack, heading back towards the speedway. Will make the call. Well, the field tightening them up bumper to bumper off of turn 2 onto the backstretch. Once again, looking for the green flag to wave off turn number 4. Well, Shane Myers picking up a feature victory at the Quincy Raceways last season, looking for his first ever here to Lake Ozark Speedway as he will show him into turns 1 and 2. Well, good run for the 21 of Ted Welshmeyer. Motors into the 3rd spot. Now the 88W of Doolin looking high side with Cliff Champney for the 4th spot. Out front it is still Myers showing away. Here comes Welshmeyer now up to battle with Turner. Welshmeyer losing the front end just a bit right in the center of turns 1 and 2. Able to gather it up. Loses a couple of car links to our leaders. Making that ground up down in turn number 3. Out front, it is still Myers showing away over Darren Turner. Ted Welshmeyer and Doolin are top 4. Daleberry on the move now has worked his way into the 5th position. The 5 of McDowell now looking to battle with the 6 of Champney for position out front. Shane Myers continuing to show the way. What a great 3-car battle for the lead. Trouble, turn 4. Yellow flag, yellow flag. Well, you can see some heavy damage to the 41. Michael Terry, heavy front end damage. The 35 of Burtness tangled up in this one. And I believe the 7B of Stuart Burton. Well, red flag in this one, so the track safety crew have got room to go to work down in turns 3 and 4. 4 laps complete. Still 16 remain. 16 remain. What a great 3-car battle up front. Well, you can see the ambulance rolling down to turn number 4. Going to check out. Well, once again, we will give you an update as soon as one is made possible. Where it is, one of the drivers complaining of a leg hurting. So we're going to assume it's 35 Burgess as we see the 7B of Burton drive away. Speedway for the World of Outlaw action next Friday and Saturday. Log on to the World of Outlaws website to get those tickets. Well, the 41 of Michael Terry getting hooked up here as we continue to cross our fingers and pray under red. Well, folks, going to be a couple moments of downtime if you need to make that quick run to the restroom or stop and visit the hard-working crew back at the snack market to move on. Going to be a few minutes of downtime before we get back to the action. Well, track safety being called into service here at the flags stand. Turn number 4, once again, it's Myers showing the way. Will continue to be a great battle for the runner-up position. It's going to be Welshmeyer looking high side of Turner, turn number 4. Caution in the air, turn 1, turn 1. Well, it's trouble for the 4 of Marshall Berry. I believe may have found the fence entering turn number 1. Well, Barry continuing to roll here on the back straightaway. Will be making his exit into the pit area here on the back stretch. Well, we're glad to have Darren Turner back in Atlanta. Missed a great part of the racing season in 2019 with some health issues. Well, driver's doing a great job jockeying back into position. Still 16 to go as once again Shane Myers looking to deliver that feature victory here tonight, leads the way. Well, it's going to be Welshmeyer with a great restart. He'll work his way around Turner now, set his sights on your leader, Shane Myers. We've got him fender to fender into turn number 3. Welshmeyer working the bottom. Here comes Myers trying to cross him over. They'll bang fenders. It's going to be Welshmeyer showing away. Well, 88 of Dooley crossing it up turn number 4. He'll gather it up. Oh, and now trouble off turn number 2. McDaniel and Miller tangling off turn number 2. McDaniel with the worst of it, around caution in the air. Well, Teddy Welshmeyer showing away over the 15 of Shane Meyer, the 888 of Darren Turner, and the 6 of Cliff Champney, your top 4 on track. Well, 6 laps complete, 14 to go already. Quite a bit of the time limit has expired for our street stock drivers. But Welshmeyer now leading the charge back to the green next time as we'll look for the 1 to go signal from the flag stand. Well, a little bad news to pass along. The time limit has gotten us. It's going to be a green-white checkered shootout to the finish of well, time to come and get you some in a shortened event. It is going to be Welshmeyer leading back to turns 3 and 4, looking for that white flag this time. Myers working under Turner. Not enough room to make that move happen. White flag in the air. Welshmeyer with 1 to go. Well, they'll bury a nice move on Champney to take over the number 4 position. Checker flag flying this time. It is going to be Welshmeyer picking up the victory. Darren Turner, Shane Myers, Cliff Champney. Well, a melee right here at the finish of the feature event collects the 88 of Dooley and the 5 of McDowell, and having a little trouble picking out the other machine. I believe it could be the 05 of Barry. Well, what a way to start out the 2020 season. The 21W Ted Welshmeyer taking it to Lake Ozark Speedway victory lane. Solid run from the 888s of Darren Turner, crossing the stripe in a runner-up position. The 15 of Shane Meyer finishing 3rd. And I believe the 6 machine of Cliff Champney credited with the number 4 finish here tonight. Well, this veteran's been at it a long time. Ted Welshmeyer, feature winner.
All right, everybody. Well, here he is. He's out of the car. Mr. Teddy Welshmeyer. Guys, I got to tell you, this is the real American hero. He did several turns over. Yep, he did it many, many times. How many times did you go over?
Twice. I went over 2 times, 2004 and 2010.
Let's give him a round of applause, everybody. This is the man. Hey, congratulations on your win tonight. A wonderful situation. Tell me more and more about what went on tonight.
Oh, I thought I was faster than them 2 guys in front of me, but they had the line, and I kind of made a pretty bold move on that restart, and I might have got close to Myers, but I did what I had to do. I hope I didn't cause none wrecks, but the car has been good all night. It's been fast. We've been sneaking up on it and making some small changes, and it's gotten way faster. So.
There you go, everybody. He did a wonderful job tonight. Thank you very much again. Congratulations on your win.
Well, as we wrap up the festivities in Lake Ozark Speedway, Victor Lane, the Welshmeyer crew enjoying road number 4, the 42J Tony Jackson of Lebanon, the C3 Chad Stouse of Otterville. From road number 5, Mr. Excitement Matthew Clark, the 25 machine out of Fulton, the 12L Tyler Lewis of Columbia alongside. Row 6, the 70 Jeff Yates of Moscow Mills, the 55 Adriel Shepard from Camdenton. Row 7, the 20W, it's the white boy Barry White of Mexico, the 24 Jerry Ellis from Richland. Row number 8, the 18 Jordan Jones of Mexico, the 88R Robin Showers of Eldon. Row number 9, the 574 Adam Hall, the 94 of Tyler Potter. From row 10, the 19R Cole Stillwell, the 29 of Chris Spalding. Row 11, the 20D Dawson Devon of Mexico, the 28 Hunter Cuno. And from row 12, we've got the 11 Jeremy Polston of Mexico, the 0 Blake Wimmer of Wellsville. Race fans, you know what to do this time on the front stretch. Get up on your feet, make some noise. Get your favorite driver cranked up and ready to rip. 20 big ones around the Lake Ozark Speedway in tonight's main event for your B-modified drivers. Well, you've got a bunch of hungry wolves ready to go, looking for that green flag out of turn number 4. Stanley Henson, give them a look, and we are racing in tonight's 20-lap feature event. It's going to be Campbell with the early lead, Jordan Martin, Earl Pryor, and the 17 of Earl Rourke battling for that 4th spot. Already we've got a car slowing off turn number 2, the 42J of Donald Jackson. Slows caution flag. Well, caution flying immediately. The 42J of Donald Jackson off the pace, able to roll it off of the speedway. Well, unable to get that first lap in the books, will be a complete restart. Once again, Campbell and Martin will take it wheel to wheel up front. Well, great looking start and a great looking run for most of that first lap with the 42J of Donald Jackson off of the pace. The field getting there in a hurry. Caution flag onto the speedway in the interest of safety. Well, the 42J of Jackson will look to rejoin us. All right, yellow light has been turned out on the speedway. Well, once again, the field re-racked, restacked as we're looking to get it on turn number 4. Once again, the 2 young drivers, Campbell and Martin, lead that charge. Well, Campbell using up a ton of real starts, slamming the door shut on Martin just past the flag's hand. Trouble, caution on the front straightaway, caution front stretch. Or stop here on the front stretch. you brought your lucky rabbit's foot tonight, get it down, get to rubbing on it. We are looking to change our luck here to be modified main event, our third attempt and getting that first lap completed. Well, it's going to be Campbell showing away Earl Pryor, Jordan Martin, and Trem Jacoby, your top four. Well, able to get that first lap in the history books. Continue to be some great action. Jacoby and Martin trade a little paint, turn for caution, caution. It's the 30 of, excuse me, the 9C of Chad Stouse, the 3C of Chad Stouse, excuse me, 3C of Chad. And once again, green flag waving over the B modifieds as Campbell out for Carlings at the stripe. Jordan Martin pushes wide off turn number 2. Earl Rourke, oh, big trouble. The 18 of Jordan Jones around turn 2. Yellow flag once again. Campbell sets the single file restart pace here on the backstretch. The 94 of Potter rejoins the field with some work to do over these remaining 17 laps. Well, it's going to be Campbell, Pryor, and Martin back to green. And it's going to be Pryor putting the heat on young Cole Campbell for the top spot. Meanwhile, Jordan Martin and Trem Jacoby battle for the third position, followed by Rex Harris, Tyler Lewis. Trouble turn 2. It is the 94 of Potter around turn 2. Caution flag in the air. Remains 16 to go. Well, it's going to be Campbell leading the charge back to the green flag, and he gets a great restart, and he is out about 10 car lengths over Pryor. Martin, Jacoby, and Harris continue to hold down our top 5 positions. Meanwhile, back in the field, the 574 Adam Hall starting to make some moves as he works his way around the 19 of Stillwell for position. Well, good battle for the third spot. Trem Jacoby continue to apply the pressure to Jordan Martin for position. Here comes the 12L Lewis. Oh, losing the front end, turn 4. Trouble, the 50-70 of Earl Pryor to the infield. Our second place machine defending champion out of this one. Out front it is Campbell, Martin, and Jacoby. And we have got him door to door for the runner opposition. It's going to be Jacoby. Martin continue to slug it out. Jacoby's got the runner opposition. Our leader starting to slice and dice his way through the lap traffic as Campbell has put the zero machine of Jake Wimmer a lap down to the field. Campbell absolutely flying here tonight as he maybe traded a little paint with the lap machine of Potter here at the flag stand. Good battle. Tyler Lewis up to slug it out with the 30 of Rex Harris for position. Jordan Martin right there. We are 3 wide, turn number 4. Give it to Rex Harris, has now taken over the number 3 position. Here comes Lewis battling alongside Martin. Give it to Lewis, turn number 2. Now the 70 of Jeff Yates racing alongside Martin for that position down in turn number 4. Well, we've got 5 to go. It is all Cole Campbell. Treble turn number 4. It's Stouse able to get it off of the Speedway. That's going to be his second caution. Well, the 70 machine of Jeff Yates, a Jacoby, followed by the 30 of Rex Harris, the 12L. Well, the 25 machine of Matthew Clark taking his to the pit area. We'll see if he makes a stop in the hot pit or to the trailer. Well, not going to be much time to make a move if he's able to return to the Speedway. Once again, green, white, and checkers. Green, white, checkers to settle tonight's speed modified action. Well, it has been all Cole Campbell up to this point. Well, Cole Campbell's been large and in charge here tonight's Speed Modified main event. Can he withstand one more restart? We're about to find out. Green flag. Well, Campbell stout on the restarts. White flag in here. We've got 1 to go. Plenty of slam and bamming action deep in the field. Here come your checkers. Cole Campbell, feature winner. Trev Jacoby, the 30 of Rex Harris, the 12L Tyler Lewis, the 50J Jordan Martin, our top 5. Well, this young man has been close so many times, able to seal the deal here this evening. The 22C of Cole Campbell takes it to Lake Ozark Speedway Victor Lane as he picks up the season opener here in 2020. Big Ed Franco about to mosey on in, get a word with your winning driver.
All right, everybody's getting ready to jump out of his car. The number 22, that is Cole Campbell. Yeah, it's been many years since I have got to do this with you. And you know what? Step right here. I think you did a wonderful job, buddy.
That was a tough race. That lap traffic, I knew it was going to be coming quick, and I felt like sometimes I wasn't making the best choice on passing them, but I guess it worked out all right.
Got some people you'd like to thank out here tonight?
Yeah, I got to thank my mom, all my sponsors, Ozark Barge and Dock Service, Roll Power Sports, Craig Brooks Contracting, Asylum Race Cars. We just got in one of those this year, and it's ripping pretty hard. I got to thank my buddy Kane for working on the pit crew tonight.
You know, I've watched you since you was a little bitty guy. I mean, a long time ago. And better every year. This is going to be your year, you think?
I hope so. I'm trying to race as much as possible and trying to race the best cars you can because you're not going to get any better not racing the best. So we're going to race a lot this year.
All right, everybody, give it a round of applause. At number 22, that is Mr. Cole Campbell.
Well, your feature lineup for tonight's second annual Jason Russell Memorial Feature Event. Introduce our drivers. They're going to be autographing a Frisbee, sending it grandstand side. Remember, if you end up with a Frisbee autographed by tonight's feature winner, hang around after the races. We've got a crispy Ben Franklin waiting on you.
Got it done. All right, everybody, we're going to do a real quick driver introduction. Driving the number 12, Justin Russell.
Just want to thank everybody that came out, thank the drivers, thank all the sponsors that put this place on. We couldn't do it. We put this thing together in like 2 weeks. So you fans, thank you, everyone. Awesome. Let's go out there and have some fun.
All right. Any other words of encouragement you'd like to give about 2J?
Well, I just hope he leads me all the way back on the front stretch.
He can do it. He can do it. All right. On the outside of row number 1, it's Mr. Derek Henson. Derek, you got something for him tonight?
Oh, we're going to see. It's running pretty good. Gary Payne and Mike and the boys, they've been tuning on it the last couple nights we've ran, and it's getting good. So I'd just like to thank the Russell family for putting this amazing show on for us late model drivers, and appreciate the fans for coming out, and hopefully they get to see a great show.
All right. Let's give it to 27. All right. The Mr. Outside row number 2. The number 7X. This is my buddy, Mr. Todd McCoy. All right, Todd, you got something to say about everything?
I just want to thank the Russell family for putting this on. Me and Jason was pretty competitive in the years. He was my kryptonite. Never have beat him, so I wish he'd be here.
Right on. Well, thank you very much. Todd McCoy. On the inside of row number 2, Mr. Rusty Potter. Kurt Potter. Well, you had Rusty on there, so we're going to go with that. Okay, it's Kurt Potter. Kurt, you're inside of row number 2. You got something for these boys?
Well, I doubt it. We don't have no power steering. We're just going to see how we end up here.
There you go, buddy. Give him a round of applause to number 11P. That is Kurt Potter. On the inside of row number 3, the driver of the 33X, it's Steve Potter. I was just checking now. All right. Steve Potter, thank you very much for coming to this. We just want to make sure that you've got everything going. You're going to win.
I just hope to do a good show tonight. Like to finish.
There you go. Well, thank you very much. Let's go with this guy right here, Nitro Ricky Kimberling. There is an inside story to that. We won't talk about that, Rick. But he's driving the 1K tonight. And how long you been racing?
Come back from Vietnam. I started racing in '72. April '72 in Marshall, Missouri, and Kirksville, Missouri. And then kind of ventured down to Gundeckers track.
There you go. One thing for sure, this man is never short for word. Give him a round of applause, Mr. 1K, Ricky Nitro. There you go, 70 years old. There you go. All right, on the outside of row number 3, the number 1A. I don't know your name. Your name? Brian Olson. Allison. All right, Brian, I know you I've seen you at different places, different times. You got something for these boys tonight.
We're going to give them a shot.
You're going to give them a shot?
Mm-hmm.
Put it to them real good.
We're going to try.
There you go. Give it to him. 1A, Brian Allison. Here we go. The number 10, the one of the Melloway boys. John Melloway. John, you got something for him?
Well, I think it's going to be pretty tough to outrun that 12J car out there, but I'm going to do my best, and hopefully we can come home with top 5.
There you go. Congratulations. Give a round of applause to number 10, John Melloway. We're going to go on the outside here. We got number 66. It's a driver of the LOS factory special anything, right? But you know what? It goes fast. His name is Matt Becker. Got something for him?
I just want to thank Hatfield Repair, Superior, Lake Ozark Speedway, Band Motorsports. Wouldn't be driving one of these if it wasn't for all of them. So truly blessed to get the chance.
All right, everybody, we're going to give it to him, buddy. Give it to him. Driver to the number 33. Where'd you come from, bud? Jonesboro, Arkansas. This man made the trip. We're certainly glad that he came for this one. You got any words of advice to all these people out here?
I just want to know how many people's coming out here tomorrow night for the sprint cars. Yeah, okay. Well, we hope to put on a good show for y'all. Broke a drive shaft in the heat race. I got a few cars to pass, but I'm going to try to go to the front, so.
There you go. Everybody give it to the number 33 from Jonesboro, Arkansas. I'll get you in a second, bud. What do you got here? Wade Vanderlick. On the number 3 car, Wade Vanderlick. Wade, I've asked everybody this question. Are you going to win it?
I doubt it. But I'm going to have a lot of fun out here, so that's all that matters.
You know, that's somebody I really appreciate, a good, fair question. Answer, that is.
What's that?
You don't know if you're going to win or not, but you can only play the game, right?
Crazier things have happened, I guess, yeah.
There you go. There you go. We'll give him a round of applause. Mr. Wade Vanderlick. I'll get you Dick. When he gets done, he's going to draw. Okay. All righty. Are you really? You're that many of them? Okay. You're Bill or Dwayne? All right. We got Dwayne Vanderlick. These all guys got different shirts on. I never knew who they are. I know that you've raced quite a few years, haven't you?
I have. I quit racing for about 5-6 years and then started back up with my son here. So, yeah.
That's awesome, buddy. I'm glad that you do that. And you know what? Nothing better than have a good relationship.
Yep. Yeah. We have fun just tinkering with the cars and stuff. And I can remember back when Jason was racing at Capitol, the old Capitol. So we appreciate their family and putting this on and all the fans come out.
There you go, everybody. Give this man a round of applause. He's going to do one thing real quick here. He's going to get in there and grab the most important thing of the day. That is Dante Carr at 573-476-9308. That is for the cornhole board. You got a winner chicken dinner. All right, the 14X. And this boy is from, I'd say Fulton, Missouri, Hallsville, Missouri. And you got some special things that you think you'd like to talk about tonight?
I just want to appreciate everybody for coming out. This race is put on by a really good family, and they appreciate everybody that shows up for it and all the drivers too. It's going to be a survival game, so we'll see how we place at the end.
There you go. Now, you guys, the kids, well, none of you guys can throw over the top of that. Nah. Well, anyway, I'm going to stay out here and get mine. They're going to throw Frisbees in the stands. Whoever wins this race, meet at the back of the tower after the race is over, and you'll receive $100. Everybody got it? All right, everybody have fun. Hey, who's going to be driving that 2J? Oh, Charlie's getting in there. Anybody got a spare bottle of some kind of liquid lubricant? I know he wouldn't use it, but I know if I got it in there, I would.
Well, attention drivers, driver payout will be at the pit check where you got your pit pass on the way into the races tonight. So drivers looking for your payout, they will be available at the pit check where you got your pit passes on the way into the Speedway this evening. Well, folks, we have got our late model field set and ready to rock. Second annual Jason Russell Memorial 32 lapper coming your way. $2,502 for tonight's feature winner. Thanks so much to the many sponsors aboard to make it happen. Bad Donkey Tattoo, Bogey, Sports Bar and Grill, Bronze Star Truck and Trailer Repair, Coastal Electric Incorporated, and Colonial Printing. Creason Racing Engines, Eldon Drive-In, Fisher Body Shop, Gerlach Construction, Hatfield Repair, Humpy's Bar and Grill, and the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers Local 257, Jones Power Sports, and Kenny Carroll Excavating, Lloyd Belt Automotive, Marklage Drywall, Mark's Mobile Glass, and McDowell Refrigeration, Melloway Fast Wraps, Midwest Speed Shop, and Millard Family Chapel, Performance Boat Center, and Precision Machine Incorporated, Pro Designs, Race One Engineering, Reeds Metal Recycling, Roadrunners LLC, Rothco Golf Cart Repair, and Russell Performance and Muffler, Scribes Concrete, Show Me Heating and Cooling, Snap On Tools, Joey Carey, Tabby and Paula Salon, Taters Junk and Disorderly Flea Market, Tony Jackson Jr. Racing, Trailer Trends, Troy Lowry Shelter Insurance Agency, Villa Lighting, call on Matt Schulte, Warehouse Tire, Whittles Pub and Grub, Extreme Body and Paint, and Friends of Jason Russell helping to put this event together, making it a great success again here in 2020. Well, the 12J Justin Russell looking to make a clean sweep of it here this evening. Set fast time, picked up a heat race victory. I would love nothing more to cap it off with a stop in victory lane. Picking up the honors in his brother's memorial event. All right, folks, you know what we're going to be asking you to do this time. Down the front straight away, get those two fingers in the air. As our drivers salute you, great race fans. This time on the front stretch, please rise up on your feet. Throw the deuces to our late model field. All right, race fans, who's ready? 32 big ones coming your way. Tonight's late model main event. $2,502 on the line for tonight's winner. Don't forget, we are going to be back at it tomorrow evening, an all sprint car affair here to Lake Ozark Speedway. ASCS Warrior and Sooner Region drivers button heads. Power Eye Race Savers in the house as well. Well, we are about to find out right here, right now, who is going to be your second annual Russell Memorial Champion. Green flag. It's going to be Justin Russell nabbing the early lead over Henson. Todd McCoy. Oh, we got a little trouble. Kimberly and the 33. Tango caution, caution. Stephen Crocker brings it to a halt in the middle of 1 and 2. Well, the old body work messed up a little bit for racing Ricky Kimberly, the 33 of Stephen Crocker. Well, I thought he was maybe going to peel off to the pit area, but will remain on track. Well, once again, it's going to be Johnston, Russell, and Henson bringing them to the green. Well, our caution flag in the air. The field a bit jumbled here on the start. And looks like trouble for the 7V. Dwayne Vandalik has pulled his machine to the infield. Well, 32 laps the distance as the green flag once again flies for your late model field. It's going to be Russell, Henson, and McCoy, our top three drivers through turns 3 and 4. Well, Brian Allison on the move as he works around the outside of Kurt Potter for that number 4 spot. Out front, it is all Justin Russell as he shows the way, just about a third of a straightaway advantage over Henson and McCoy. Allison holds the 4th spot, followed by Kurt Potter, and the 60-60 of Matt Becker put together a great drive. Well, Crocker making a long haul from Jonesboro, Arkansas to be with us here tonight. Already rebounded from his lap 1 troubles, finds himself sitting just about mid-pack. Well, trouble the 3 of Wade Vandalik, a little slip, able to get it gathered up, will rejoin us trackside. Well, Justin Russell continued to stretch it out over the field, out to just about half a straightaway over the 27 of Derek Henson. McCoy still holds on to the 3rd spot. The 1A of Brian Allison starting to reel McCoy in for that 3rd position. Well, Russell continuing to run away with the action here in tonight's main event. We'll be at working lap number 9, this time under the flag stand. 23 circuits remain here in the main event. Well, Todd McCoy in a little breathing room over Allison as they work their way around the 1K of Ricky Kimberling. Well, the 3V of Vandalik once again, a short hiatus through the infield, rejoins us trackside. Well, Russell closing to the rear bumper of David Melloway. John Melloway over in turns 1 and 2. He'll take a look to the low side of David Melloway into turns 3 and 4. Meanwhile, Henson works his way under the 38 special of Stephen Potter, turn number 4. McCoy runs a strong 3rd, followed by the 1A of Brian Allison 4th, and the 11P of Kurt Potter, your top 5 drivers here as we near the halfway mark. Well, Justin Russell enjoying just about a straightaway advantage over Henson, who continues to run a great race. In trouble, the 33 of Crocker slows, pulls to the infield. Stephen Crocker out here at the 17th lap. Oh, trouble. Caution flag, turn number 2. Our race leader, the 12J of Johnston Russell. A little hiccup over in turn number 2. Well, that caution flying for the 12J of Johnston Russell. We have got a new leader. The 27 of Derek Henson takes command here at the 17th lap. Todd McCoy will advance to the runner-up position, followed by the 1A of Brian Allison, third, and the 11P of Kurt Potter. Well, one to go signal given to the field. Once again, 17 laps in the books. Still 15 remain. Well, it is Derek Henson taking over the lead, followed by the 7X of Todd McGuinn, the 1A of Brian Allison, the 11P of Potter, and the 66 of Matt Becker. Well, 3 and 4 wide down in turn number 4. Brian Allison, nice move, holds the third position over Kurt Potter, Matt Becker. Out front it is Henson and McCoy showing away. Trouble on the back stretch. The 12J of Russell pulls to the infield. Well, Henson starting to get out on McCoy for that top spot. About 10 car lengths separate our drivers off of turn number 4. Brian Allison, Matt Becker, your top 4, followed by Potter and the 14 of David Bellaway. Henson works right through the center of the speedway, turns 3 and 4. Closing on the 3 of Vandalik, the 1K Ricky Kimberling. And close call, our leader Tangles on the lap machine of Vandalik off turn number 4. Doing a great job keeping it gathered up and well under control. Henson now sets his sights on the 1K of Ricky Kimberlane McCoy, putting together a great drive. Well, McCoy throwing everything but the kitchen sink at Henson as he has made up a bit of ground over the last couple of circuits. We'll be working lap 27, this time under the flag stand. We have got 5 to go, and we have got a race breaking out over the closing laps. It is McCoy closing on Henson for the lead. McCoy continuing to close on Henson over the closing laps. We've got 4 to go, this time under the flag stand. Henson and McCoy only about 4 car lengths separate our leaders off of turn number 2. Here comes McCoy closing to the left rear. It's going to be 3 car lengths of separation with only 3 laps to go. And lap traffic may be a factor. Our leaders closing on Steve Potter and Vandalik turn 4. 30 laps in the books, only 2 to go. Henson gets by the 3 of Vandalik, cleanly sets his sights on the bottom of the Speedway turn number 4. David Melloway pulls to the infield with only 1 to go. White flag in the air. Derek Henson, Todd McCoy keep it a close affair. It's Henson streaking off down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Oh, we've got a car along the fence. Yellow flag, yellow flag. It is the 66 Tia Becker, parked on the top of the Speedway in the middle of turns 3 and 4. Just as it looked like we were reaching for the checkers, instead, yellow flag in the air for the 66 Tia Becker. Well, folks, we are going to have a single file shootout to settle this one here tonight, and a big pay check awaiting our feature winner, $2,502 for tonight's late model feature winner. All right, race fans, is it going to be a 1-lap shootout to the finish? We are going to be waving the green and white together. One lap to settle this affair between Mr. Derek Henson and Todd McCoy. I tell you what, McCoy has been putting together a drive over these closing laps, had reeled in Henson and the lead. It is all down to 1 solitary lap to settle this affair here on track this evening. Well, a few of you already on your feet heading towards the gates. Want to thank you for joining us here for the season opener at the Lake Ozark Speedway. Remember, sprint cars taking over the action here tomorrow evening. ASCS sprint cars and Power Eye Race Savers headlining the action here tomorrow evening. Well, with 1 lap shootout to go, green and white together, it's going to be Henson leading the charge back to the green. Well, he's out a couple car lengths on McCoy, spins the tires off turn number 2. He'll drive it right through the center of turns 3 and 4. The final time checker flag, it's going to be Derek Henson picking up your Jason Russell Memorial checkers. What a great drive. The 7X Todd McCoy brings it home in a runner-up position. The 1A of Brian Allison and the 11P of Kurt Potter. Well, folks, it is going to be a wrap on the on-track action here this evening. Once again, thank you so much for joining us here for the season opener. Don't forget World of Outlaw sprint cars here next Friday, Saturday, May 29th and 30th. Go to the World of Outlaw website to get those tickets. And don't forget a couple of changes here at Speedway. Drivers, look for your payout at the pit shack where you got your pit pass on the way into the races here tonight to collect your pay. Well, picking up his first career late model victory, your 2019 Street Stock Champion of the Lake Ozark Speedway. Picks up his first late model feature win and does it in fine fashion, picking up a whopper paycheck in the second annual Russell Memorial. Well, Big Ed Franco about to slip in, get a word with tonight's feature winner.
Woo-wee. You know, I got the Dust Bowl. Yeah, you did. Yeah. By the way, everybody, him and his wife this year had a beautiful baby girl. Congratulations to Mr. Derek and his wife for almost having it on Big Ed's birthday. Oh my gosh, there we go. Oh, be careful, be careful. Yeah, there you go. That's one proud papa right there. I think he might be a little excited. There you go. Everybody, the driver number 27, Mr. Derek Henson, going to get a squeeze by his mama. Woo, get all that around. Hey, I'm right here. No, you did a whale of a job, bud.
You know what? I'd rather be lucky than good some nights. Poor Justin got messed up with some lap cars, and I guess he just missed the line a little bit. But I can't thank everyone who helps me on this car. Tim and Debbie Tremmel, if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here right now. Olson Concrete, Hybrator Foundation, they've been with me since day one. Couldn't do it without them. The man Gary Payne and Mike Crump for helping us tonight, setting this baby up. It was bad fast, but I just can't believe I won my first late model race.
How about that, buddy? And are you excited?
I am. I get to my baby girl, my wife, in victory lane tonight. She's only 6 weeks old, and I'm glad that we could put her in victory lane. So it's just, I don't know what to say. It's been a blast, and I want to thank the Russell crew for putting this race on.
There you go, everybody. Give him a round of applause. The number 27. That's Derek Henson. Todd, are you going to soak in there, or are you going to hop out? I got one. Here he comes, going to get out of the car, the number second place car, the number 7X. Yeah, let's stay right there. Just stay right there. Mr. Todd McCoy. Yeah, it looks a little dusty here.
Yeah, thanks to Derek there, I got a dust bath. I want to thank Creason Racing Engines, Veracruz Mexican Restaurant and Versailles, Graf Insurance Group out of St. Louis, and Melloway Fast Wraps for wrapping my car, and Debbie and Tim Trimble and the Russell family again.
There you go, everybody. Give Todd McCoy a great big round of applause. 7X.
Derek got everybody dusted.
Well, friends and race fans, that is a wrap on the action with us here. The season opener in the history books